Can a 3-year-old GAN 12 still compete with Moyu's 2024 flagship? If you are considering which cube to buy or just want to know which cube is better, then this video is for you. I'll break down the comparison into 5 categories, and at the end of this video you have a scorecard. Here's how the scorecard works. For each category, I'll compare the cubes and you assign points. You can give 0 to 3 points to the cube you think performs better, 1 for a slight advantage, and 3 if it's way better in that aspect, and 0 if you don't see a difference. At the end, sum up the totals and see which cube suits you the best. I'll also present a rating radar graph comparison between the two cubes for you to have a more direct understanding of their qualities. Size-wise, the GAN 12 measures 56mm and the V10 is 55.5mm, but the GAN 12 is a much lighter cube in terms of weight. Comparing the prices of the maglev UV version of both GAN 12 and V10, the V10's original price is much more affordable, but the GAN 12 also comes with way more accessories and extra customization options that the V10 doesn't have. Which cube wins for you in this category? For me, corner edge magnets adjustment isn't that essential for me. I also don't mind the heavier weight that the V10 has, so I'd give the V10 a +1 based on the difference in price. If you know you prefer lighter cubes and extra adjustment, you'll probably have a different score. As I mentioned in my V10 versus Tornado V4 video, there are some reports about their V10 breaking, including one of my subscribers a few days ago. For the GAN 12, I searched online and I did find some posts about their broken GAN 12s, but the cube came out in 2021, so the sample size is much larger than the V10, which came out this year. Plus, as I mentioned in my V10 review, it has thin plastic compared to the Weilong V9 and YS3M. The GAN 12 plastic, on the other hand, feels much more compact and solid. So which cube wins in this round? For me, I'd give the GAN 12 a +1 based on online posts and videos, and my personal opinion about their plastic qualities. Both cubes offer center dual adjustment systems, and both systems require an adjustment tool. The V10 offers 64 total adjustment options and the GAN 12 offers 36. The V10 has more options on paper, but its center distance is already pretty tight at its loosest setting. So for cubers that don't prefer tight cubes, there aren't really many options available. The GAN 12, on the other hand, has a more reasonable range. You can feel a huge difference between its loosest and tightest settings. But in terms of user-friendliness, the V10 might have an upper hand. It's very easy, just use the tool and find the slots, turn counterclockwise for elasticity and clockwise for center distance. The GAN 12 adjustment system was pretty modern 3 years ago, but in 2024 I think it's slightly outdated because only the center travel adjustment is numbered. To adjust the tension, you have to wait for the big click to know that you are jumping back to setting 1. Also, if you press the tool with too much force, the maglev center might pop out, which could be bothering. However, the GAN 12 has corner magnet adjustment options, which the V10 lacks. You can choose from 2 sets of corner magnets. In addition to that, you can also change the magnet strength settings and choose between 3 different levels. So what do you think? For me, I have to give the GAN 12 a win in this round. It has way more customizable options even though its system is not as modern. I think it deserves a +2 in this round. Both cubes have strong magnetic strength, but they are strong in different ways. The V10 has a 20 magnet ball core, providing extra stability, so turning the V10 feels like only the pieces are moving, and the cube core stays still, kinda like the planets in our solar system orbit the sun. The GAN 12's turning feels like it doesn't have a core. The cube is so light, the turns feel so light, that when I apply a small flick, it bounces towards its destination without any buffer in the middle. So it feels more papery and explosive. But since the cube offers more customization options, you can actually make the cube feel much more tighter and less magnetic. Both cubes offer crazy auto alignment as well, but they work differently again. Both cubes have corner core attracting magnets, but the V10 has repelling edge magnets that repel the magnets in the ball core. So each turn wouldn't stay in the middle and would just bounce back or bounce towards the end. The GAN 12 doesn't have repelling magnets, but its magnets are probably so strong, and the core and corner magnets are so close to each other that it doesn't really need repelling magnets to auto-align. So which turning feel do you think you prefer? For me, even though the GAN 12's explosive papery turning is very satisfying, I prefer the V10's stable and compact feel while maintaining a strong magnetic feel. So I'd add 1 point to the V10. Both cubes are fast, but the GAN 12 is faster. The V10's loosest center distance is still moderately tight, and each turn on the V10 feels like there's a buffer between the start and the end, as you can see here. The GAN 12 on the other hand has more directness and explosiveness, so when you're going at max turning speed, the GAN 12 will probably be faster for you. But both cubes kinda require a turn to be fully complete before moving on to the next turn, so they aren't as fluid as the V9 or the Tornado V3. The two cubes are very similar in corner cutting ability, and to be honest, I don't think they're among the best in the market. Both cubes' corner cutting feel pretty snappy. However, I think their strong auto alignment greatly reduces the need to corner cut. The V10 never corner twists, never. And the GAN 12 doesn't corner twist either, as long as you're not using one of the two loosest center travel settings. V10 favors precise and gentle turning, so if your turning is on the aggressive side, you may not find the V10 very forgiving. However, after testing out many different settings on the GAN 12, I think the GAN 12 is even less forgiving for aggressive cubers. I did find a combination that worked well for my aggressive turning, but I firmly believe that I would enjoy the nature of the GAN 12 a lot more if my turning was lighter. In terms of stability, even though both have strong magnetic strength and auto alignment, I believe the V10 is a much more stable cube. Its ball core indeed provides extra stability, but that's not only it. The difference maker is the predictability that the V10 has over the GAN 12. You might have heard of the infamous catching issue that GAN 12 has. I didn't really get what they meant until after I did many timed solves on it. It's really hard to explain how it happens. It just happens within a solve, in an angle that doesn't really require much corner cutting. You can see it from this clip. The extra stability allows me to perform finger tricks that are more advanced, better on the V10 than the GAN 12, like algorithms with S moves, wide U moves, wide F moves. So which cube's performance do you think should win? I might have sounded a bit biased, but yeah, my turning style prefers the V10 because of its stability. So I'm giving the V10 a +2. Yes, I was able to find a GAN 12 setup that gives me good times, but I don't feel like I'm having great control over the cube. However, if you know that you prefer light lightning speed turning, you might give the GAN 12 a higher score. It's time to sum up the total score on your scorecard. Sum up the points for each cube and see which cube you like more. So for me, the V10 wins. V10's turning and performance outweigh the extra customization and better build quality of the GAN 12. How about you? What does your scorecard look like? Feel free to share in the comments. Last but not least, these are my rating radar graphs of the two cubes and the overlapped graph of them. Thanks for watching. I hope my video was useful. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like and share it with cubers who might need it.